If you apply this one biblical principle for the next 30 days, you will not make a single financial decision you regret. Sound impossible? Before you click away, let me show you exactly what I discovered in Scripture that changed everything for me. I thought so too, but then I found this pattern repeated throughout Scripture, a 24-hour principle that God embedded into the way we're supposed to handle money, make decisions, and build wealth. And when I tested it myself, I was stunned, because it's not just spiritual advice, it's actually psychological genius. Here's what shocked me most. This isn't some obscure verse that requires a theology degree to understand. It's actually hidden in plain sight, woven throughout both the Old and New Testament. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. In the next few minutes, I'm going to break down exactly what this rule is, where it's found in the Bible, and why ignoring it is probably costing you more money than you realize. But more importantly, I'm going to show you how to implement it starting today. Because this isn't theory, this is practical, biblical wisdom that works whether you're trying to get out of debt, save for something important, or just stop making impulse purchases you regret the next day. So if you've ever felt like money slips through your fingers, or you make decisions you wish you could take back, stay with me. This could be the game changer you've been praying for. And hey, if you're new here, welcome. This channel is all about uncovering biblical wisdom for real life. So do me a favor, smash that like button right now and subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. Seriously, this principle could save you thousands of dollars this year alone. Trust me, you'll want to remember where you learned this. Let me start with a question. Have you ever bought something and regretted it the next day? Maybe it was something you saw online at 11 p.m. Maybe it was a great deal you couldn't pass up. Or maybe you were emotional, stressed, tired, excited, and you made a financial decision that seemed right in the moment but felt wrong 24 hours later. I know I have. In fact, 3 years ago, I was the king of impulse decisions. I bought a $1,200 camera because I watched one YouTube video about starting a side hustle. I signed up for a gym membership I used exactly 3 times. I bought courses, gadgets, clothes I never wore, and every single time I told myself, this is different. This is a good decision. But here's the thing, it wasn't about the money, it was about the pattern. I was making decisions in the heat of the moment, and I was paying for it, literally. And then I stumbled across something in Scripture that completely changed my perspective. I was reading through Proverbs one morning, and I came across Proverbs 21 verse 5. It says, "The plans of the diligent lead surely to abundance, but everyone who is hasty comes only to poverty." Now, I'd read that verse 100 times before, but this time one word jumped out at me: hasty. Hasty doesn't just mean lazy or unprepared, it means rushing, making quick decisions without thought, acting on impulse. And then I started seeing this theme everywhere in the Bible. Proverbs 19:2 says, "Desire without knowledge is not good, and whoever makes haste with his feet misses his way." Proverbs 14:29 says, "Whoever is slow to anger has great understanding, but he who has a hasty temper exalts folly." Over and over again, Scripture warns us about making quick, rushed decisions. But here's where it gets really interesting. I started noticing that God Himself operates on a waiting principle. Think about it. God created the world in 6 days and rested on the 7th. There was a rhythm, a pause. In the Old Testament, God commanded the Israelites to wait for the Sabbath, 1 day out of 7, to stop, reflect, and rest. Even Jesus, when He heard that Lazarus was sick, He waited 2 more days before going to him. In John 11, verse 6, He didn't rush. And that's when it clicked for me. What if God designed us to wait before making major decisions? What if there's something spiritually and psychologically powerful about waiting just 24 hours before spending money or committing to a financial decision? So I decided to test it, and I came up with what I now call the 24-hour rule. Here's how the 24-hour rule works. It's simple. Before making any non-essential purchase or financial decision, wait 24 hours. That's it. No complicated spreadsheets, no budgeting apps, just wait. If you see something you want to buy online, add it to your cart and wait 24 hours. If someone pitches you an investment opportunity, tell them you need 24 hours to think and pray about it. If you're about to make an emotional purchase after a hard day, sleep on it. Now here's the key. During those 24 hours, you're not just waiting, you're doing 3 things. 1, praying. Ask God if this is wise stewardship. Psalm 37 verse 7 says, "Be still before the Lord and wait patiently for Him." Give God space to speak. 2, reflecting. Ask yourself, do I really need this or do I just want it right now? Is this going to bring me closer to my goals or further away? And 3, researching. If it still seems like a good idea after 24 hours, spend a few minutes researching. Read reviews, compare prices, make sure you're making an informed decision. And here's what I discovered. Most of the time, after 24 hours, I didn't even want the thing anymore. The emotional urgency was gone, the impulse faded, and I saved hundreds, sometimes thousands of dollars. Comment below right now, "I'm trying the 24-hour rule." I want to see how many of you are committed to testing this with me. Now, you might be thinking, okay, that's great, but is this really biblical, or are you just making this up? Fair question. Let me show you why this works both spiritually and scientifically. Spiritually, we already talked about how God operates on rhythms: creation, Sabbath, waiting, but there's more. James 1:19 says, "Let every person be quick to hear, slow to speak, slow to anger." Slow, not hasty, not impulsive. Psalm 46:10 says, "Be still and know that I am God." There's power in stillness, in waiting, in not rushing. But here's what blew my mind. Modern psychology actually backs this up. There's something called the cooling off period in behavioral economics. Studies show that when we make decisions in a heightened emotional state, excitement, stress, fear, we almost always make worse decisions. But when we wait 24 hours, our prefrontal cortex, the logical part of our brain, kicks back in. We think more clearly. We see things we didn't see before. In other words, God designed our brains to function better when we wait. The 24-hour rule isn't just spiritual wisdom, it's how we're wired. Let me give you some real examples of how this has worked in my life. Example 1, the camera I didn't buy. Remember that $1,200 camera I mentioned? After I started using the 24-hour rule, I almost bought another one. I was convinced I needed an upgrade, but I waited 24 hours. And you know what I realized? The camera I already had was more than enough. I just wanted the new one because I saw someone else using it. I saved $1,200 in one day. Example 2, the course that changed my life. But here's the flip side. The 24-hour rule doesn't mean you never spend money. It means you spend wisely. A few months ago, I saw an online course about financial stewardship. My first instinct was to buy it immediately, but I waited 24 hours. I prayed about it. I researched the instructor. And after 24 hours, I felt a clear peace that this was a wise investment, so I bought it. And that course taught me principles that have saved me over $5,000 this year. The 24-hour rule didn't stop me from spending. It helped me spend on the right things. Can you imagine what would happen if you applied this rule to every financial decision for just 30 days? Drop a comment and tell me, what's one thing you bought recently that you wish you'd waited 24 hours before purchasing? Let's learn from each other. All right, so you're probably thinking, this sounds great, but how do I actually do this? Let me give you a practical step-by-step plan. Step 1, set a rule for yourself. Decide on a dollar amount threshold. For me, it's anything over $50. If it costs more than $50 and it's not an emergency, I wait 24 hours. You can adjust this to whatever makes sense for your budget. Step 2. Create a wait list. I keep a note on my phone called Wait List. Anytime I want to buy something, I add it to the list with the date. After 24 hours, I review it. You'd be surprised how many things never make it off that list. Step 3. Pray first. This is the most important step. Before you wait, pray. Ask God, is this wise? Is this what you want for me right now? Proverbs 3:5-6 says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and do not lean on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge Him, and He will make straight your paths." God is not a God of chaos or impulse. He's a God of order, wisdom, and intentionality. And when we slow down, when we wait, we align ourselves with His character. The 24-hour rule isn't about legalism, it's about stewardship. It's about honoring God with the resources He's given us. And honestly, it's one of the most practical ways to invite God into your finances. I'm telling you, this works. And the best part? It's not about restriction, it's about freedom. Freedom from impulse, freedom from regret, freedom to use your money the way God intended. So here's my challenge to you. Try this for 30 days, just 30 days, and then come back and comment on this video to tell me how it went. Actually, go ahead and comment right now, "I accept the 30-day challenge." Let's build a community of people who are done with financial stress and ready to steward their resources God's way. Now, before we wrap up, I want to make sure we're grounded in Scripture, because this isn't just a good idea, this is biblical. Let's review the key verses that support the 24-hour rule. Proverbs 21 verse 5, "The plans of the diligent lead surely to abundance, but everyone who is hasty comes only to poverty." Proverbs 19 verse 2, "Desire without knowledge is not good, and whoever makes haste with his feet misses his way." James 1 verse 19, "Let every person be quick to hear, slow to speak, slow to anger." Psalm 46 verse 10, "Be still and know that I am God." Proverbs 3:5-6, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart. In all your ways acknowledge Him, and He will make straight your paths." God is not a God of chaos or impulse. He's a God of order, wisdom, and intentionality. And when we slow down, when we wait, we align ourselves with His character. The 24-hour rule isn't about legalism, it's about stewardship. It's about honoring God with the resources He's given us. And honestly, it's one of the most practical ways to invite God into your finances. So let me ask you, what would your life look like if you stopped making impulsive financial decisions? What if, instead of living paycheck to paycheck, you actually had margin? What if, instead of feeling guilty about money, you felt peace? That's what the 24-hour rule can do for you. Not because it's magic, but because it's biblical. It's wisdom that's been sitting in Scripture for thousands of years, waiting for us to apply it. Here's what I want you to do right now. 1. Like this video. Seriously, if you found this helpful, hit that like button. It helps more people discover this message. 2. Subscribe and turn on notifications, because I'm dropping more biblical financial wisdom every single week, and you don't want to miss it. 3. Comment below. Tell me, are you going to try the 24-hour rule? What's one purchase you're going to wait on this week? I read every single comment, and I want to hear from you. 4. Share this video. I guarantee you know someone who needs to hear this. Send it to a friend. Post it in your small group chat. Share it on social media. Let's help each other grow in wisdom. And hey, if you want to go deeper, I've got a free resource on biblical money management. The link is in the description. Grab it, study it, and let God transform your relationship with money. Remember, this isn't about perfection. It's about progress. God doesn't expect you to never make a mistake. He just wants you to invite Him into your decisions, to slow down, to seek His wisdom. And when you do that, He'll guide you, He'll provide for you, and He'll give you a peace that surpasses all understanding. So take the challenge. Try the 24-hour rule for 30 days and watch what God does. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, stay blessed, stay wise, and remember, everyone who is hasty comes to poverty, but the plans of the diligent lead to abundance. Let's be diligent together.